Facebook Live time. This is show 175 in Search of Awesome. We are always in cyberspace. We're always in the Facebook space looking for the next hairdresser, summit service provider, SD massage therapist, nail artist, salon owner, salon leader, associate, whatever it is that's blowing it up. And tonight we continue to find the Jedis. Miss Julia Jones, Instagram, TikTok, Referral Jedi. She works Salon 209 Thief River Falls, which is way up in northern Minnie. Salon owner is Shelly Flatguard. Thanks, Shell, for letting Julia come on with us tonight. And, of course, Summit Coach Chad Foss. I think you ought to give it up for all those guys because they're just like doing it. Let me tell you why I invited Julia on tonight. First of all, she's 22 years old, and she's a level 4A already. Average service day is just over $400. Service ticket is $75. Haircut price is $31. That's just this side of a three sticker, so she's blowing it up. Doing 6, 7, 8 referrals a week, probably trending to do 100 plus this year. Rebooking 85%. Are you kidding? 23% RTS. Her trend was first year 23, second year 45. She is trending to do 65 over the next 365 days. So she certainly has earned the right. She's going to tell you her story, but her timeline in essence is she graduates high school in 15, starts and graduates hair school in 16, and like I said, 17, 18, and 19, she's doing nothing except blowing it up big time. Now, you have to be following her on Instagram and TikTok. I'm going to take you to her pages in a little bit. She uses the 10, the bomb, and on her Instagram page, over 600 followers, about 25% of her guests following, 80% referrals. She plans out her post ahead of time. She's going to be talking about all that stuff, and you can follow her on Insta at Julia_Salon 209, and on TikTok it's Julie J Hair. She actually has her link for TikTok on her Instagram page. We'll show you where that is. So she's in the back in the green room now, and keep your fingers if the Wi-Fi gods are working. We're going to get her out to talk about her story, and then we're going to get her to share some of her best kept secrets on Instagram and TikTok. So let's see. There she is now. Why don't you give it up for you guys?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, great. Did you hear me bragging on you?
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited to have you on, and I know you've had a long day and it's late, but thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
We always like to start with the story, Julia, because that's what inspires a lot of people to, like level up. And your story is amazing. We always like to start with, who are you and what were you doing before this and what kind of inspired you to do this? So get us started on what it was like.
Well, in high school, I was very fortunate to be able to intern within other salons. Our high school offers a program where we can actually leave and take some of our blocks and go to salons. And I can 100% say that's why I do hair. We now take in interns within the salon that I'm at now, and I 100% believe that it structures our future in such a great way.
So part of the internshipping is really kind of gets you going. And you were telling me when you and I were chatting that for a while you were kind of bouncing around a little bit, before you found 209.
Yeah, so I moved all the way across the country down south to Florida, and right after college, and I came back up north and bounced around to a few salons, just never felt fully in my place. And it wasn't until I went to Salon 209 that I realized I have a lot of potential, and I started owning that potential.
Yeah, well, when to come on this show, we don't just invite anybody, and you're leveled at a place now where we know somewhere in the story you have these bigger moments where you just see that whatever it was you decided to do, there's so much more potential. And I know you had yours, and I want you to talk about what were those times where all of a sudden, the big bang and the light bulbs go on.
So I was enrolled into the Salon Professional Academy in Fargo, and they have a summit program, which I never fully understood when I was in school. I thought it was a great program. I thought it was awesome, but never utilized the potential of it as much as I could have until I got into an actual summit salon and was like, wow, this is how you actually do
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And they show us like the income potential chart. And there's something
Yeah.
about how to get from one level to the next level and then how that implicates your income. And I think when people see that like you, it's a major connection. Like, okay, if I'm really ready to get a life, a career, and I stay focused, this thing could really serve me well. It sounds like that's what happened to you.
Definitely. When I was leveling up to a 4A, I looked at Chad and I was like, I can't make that much money. And he's like, oh yeah, you can. And
And
it was just a huge eye
well, you're
opener.
you're you're only 22. You're at a 4A. You're working with associates. So that rise from did you start as an associate in at 209?
No, I did not. The program was actually implemented a year ago in September. We were at your class and we implemented it in
Got it. Got
January.
it. Well, it's been amazing. It's like I think you were in motion, and there was something about this that kind of like poured nitroglycerin on your bonfire. Now you're on a
100%.
different place now than you were, a year, 2, 3 years ago. And what we're always curious about is, as now that you're starting to ascend, how has this changed your lifestyle, your standard of living? You like, what's it like to be you now versus how it was before?
I mean, my level of confidence, even behind the chair, has heightened extremely. Being able to go out and about and like people know who I am. I had a girl just tonight that was like, "You're that girl," and I'm like, "Yeah, sure." She's like, "You're Julia." Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
you almost
it's
got to pinch yourself and go, whoa, I mean, I really am living my dream.
yeah, I really am, and I don't think I never thought I could do it in as
Yeah,
small of a town that I'm at, and I'm working towards it every
yeah.
single
And
day.
I saw you were in class with me a few months ago this year, and I think there was another time that I saw you. So I've actually been able to watch, and I think last time I saw you, I said I need to get you on the show because you're just going on your trajectory is nothing short of amazing. So where do you go from here? What's next?
So I'm currently in training to become a matrix artist. So that's awesome. I leave in 3 weeks again for training. Um, I want to continue to educate and grow and be able to grow stylists for a living. That is my favorite quote ever from Summit. Use it all the time. But I just want to be able to grow more and more and get more into even TikTok and more videos and just keep killing
Yeah,
it.
I mean, there's a lot of people right now that are saying, "You go, girl, blow it up." So there's a lot of people raving on. Now, you're 22. There's a lot of people watching tonight. There's going to be a few thousand people watching over the next few weeks. You're going to live on YouTube. You're going to live on IGTV, and there's people watching this that are going. First of all, I can relate to her. I can identify with her. A lot of what she's saying resonates with me, but with one profound difference, and that is I'm at where she was, and now she's in a place I'd love to be. You want to tell them anything? I mean, this is your chance to say, whatever it is you're going to say that would raise the probability that someday, sooner rather than later, they're standing where you're standing.
So my biggest thing to say is even when you feel like you just want to give up, keep going. I was gonna quit doing hair over a year ago, and I just pushed through it, found a new place, found a new state of mind, and I'm doing better than I
Oh
ever
my
thought I
God!
would.
I mean, what a thing to say is that a year ago, I call it one foot in the grave and the other one on roller skates, saying, what am I doing? And you just said no. You took a deep breath. You did whatever you had to do, and 365 days later, your life is transforming.
Yeah,
All right, so I've got
definitely.
about 8 minutes left, and before I let you go, I really want this next part of the conversation to be like a tutorial. You're doing some amazing things on Instagram, specifically highlights, and then you're one of the first, probably the first in 5 that have interviewed that are beginning to explore TikTok. So get us going there on what you're doing on first your first key with your mindset and your second key with social.
So with mindset, I believe mindset is everything. When it comes to your social media, there's a lot of trolls out there, and it can break you down a lot. But when you truly believe that you can continue growing, you can make it so far.
Yeah, and you can. It's almost like you can get intimidated by it, and or depressed by it. But you like just broke through with your attitude and said, "No, I want to be a Jedi at this."
Definitely. And I mean, social media helped start and save my career. Honestly, it's what's built my
So
career.
you're saying that you would give large in part a very big factor, that social media is a very big piece of your formula for success.
Oh, 100%. That's how the majority of people find out about me or find out about anyone these days. And it's something that a lot of people have to adapt to, but it's huge, and it is important.
Well, I'm on your Instagram page now, so I want you to go to your second key and really tell us like what's your thinking behind. You're doing some amazing things with your grids, and on your grids you've got first of all, the hair is extraordinary. That those look like $150 tickets. Some of them are actually in Instagram TV on your grids, or videos on your grids, as well as just sometimes you'll have 3 or 4 shots inside of a grid. What was the inspiration behind that? Like what's your thinking that you put into that?
So I just really wanted to do something different. So with my highlights, a lot of times are talk throughs, where I'm talking about products, where I'm talking about just what's going on in the salon, what's going on with my training. And I truly believe that it set me apart, but it was also one of the scariest things I ever started doing. It's very vulnerable. You're putting yourself out there, and it's so different. But it helped me put my originality out there. And I definitely think my clients love it. And they always come in, I saw your video the other day. I loved it. I got this and this and this from it. And it's been so awesome. And I've gotten more and more comfortable with it as the years gone on.
And as you
love it.
As you were talking, I was playing your product video, and it's probably got 30 slides in there. You're doing a little bit of talking. It's a tutorial. When would your clients watch this? Before they come in, or when they're processing? Are they on highlights to just kind of something for them to experience while they're processing?
A lot of times it's before they come in, but I will notice them once in a while watching my videos, and it's the funniest thing. Like, even when the other stylists in the salon are watching it, it's kind of surreal. It humbleizes you a lot, to just know that people are taking their time out of their day to listen to what I have to say and look at what I have to do.
Yeah, and you when I like I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 highlights. So you got a beautiful montage of highlights. You feature your wedding service. You got products. You have your colors on there. You have. It sounds like you're giving your. Here's one I'm watching now about client love. Where you're bragging on your clients.
I just think it's a great way to show appreciation for them, and because they're showing it to me.
And when a client sees that they're on your highlight, what would they say? I mean, because that's a different play.
I mean, a lot of times they love it. They're excited, and I hope they appreciate it, because I appreciate them putting my name out there even more.
And then here's one that I'm playing now, where it looks like it's a TikTok video that you posted in your. Look at that. That's beautiful.
TikTok is awesome because it just adds a little difference to the video. You can add music onto it, and it's so user friendly. Shout out to my 11-year-old niece for getting me started with it. She is huge into TikTok, and I was like, well, I'll give it a shot, and then slowly transformed into doing a lot of hair transformation videos onto it.
So this is really cool. You're 22. You have an 11-year-old niece that's on TikTok, and she comes over and teaches my aunt Julia how to navigate TikTok. So now you've actually integrated TikTok as part of is part of your social media platforms for blowing up your clientele.
Yes, it's been awesome. I can't thank her enough for being just the little kid she is.
And then, but what I want the audience to get tonight is if they go on your Instagram page, and again your handle is Julie_Salon 209. You have your TikTok link right there. I'm going to touch it, and it's going to take me to your TikTok page. I follow you now on TikTok. And so, you've got just a library. When did you actually get on that platform?
I mean, it was a while ago, but I never brought it into hair until the last few months.
Really?
I didn't realize how big it could actually become until I started doing it, and I realized how fun and different it was, and just the difference that it makes on my page. I loved it.
Yeah, and what's really cool is you can put music in there. Now, this is one that you featured. Looks like you actually showed the procedure. Then at the end, there it goes again. And so, and your clients. Now, how many clients would come in, or referrals that said, I saw your work on TikTok, and that where they actually had their mobile out and they want to see something that you featured on TikTok?
It hasn't been super huge yet, but I definitely can see it coming.
Yeah, it's wonderful. So, what would you have to say for people like you got over your fear, like you had to push through your fear with social, and now that you're on the other side of it, you said a few minutes ago, it is a very, very big part of my formula for success. For you're an innovator now. You're an early adopter, but there's a lot of people that are kind of in the late majority. They're kind of lagging. What might you say that would motivate them to like get in the game? Wade into the shallow end of the pool. Don't just sit there. Do something. And like, what did you have to get over to kind of get into the place that you're at?
I definitely had to start realizing again my own potential and the potential of social media, how far I could take it, and just continuing to work at it, and also like celebrating each step that I get to, and making sure that I continue to push myself no matter what. I would add in that you can make a difference no matter where you are. And that's probably the biggest thing, is especially being in a small town, like to be doing something like this right now in a town of 12,000 people is insane. And you can do it as long as you put your mind to it and continue to work
I really want the audience to hear what you just said. I'm in a small town. I've been to Thief River Falls. It's a long drive from Minneapolis, St. Paul. And like you said, it is a township. It's a village of 12,000 people. So I believe that's about your pop, and you're doing extraordinarily well. You've branded yourself through social media. You're equal to or greater than any hairdresser in a metroplex is doing. And like you said, it's social media is really kind of eliminated that handicap.
Definitely, 100%. I mean, it's helped me reach out to people that are 2 hours away, and help come to me, and it's amazing with just social media.
Isn't that interesting? So somebody that's got a 1 to 2 hour drive time are coming to see you because of the work that they see on your Instagram page as well as TikTok.
Yeah, it's amazing, and it's super. It makes you so humble.
Well, listen, we run over. We're running over, and I never run over. But this was such an extraordinary conversation. I really wanted to make sure that we had the benefit of hearing what you're doing on both those platforms, because it truly is inspiring. I want to have you back. I mean, you're just getting started. probably the front end of next year. I have a feeling that wherever you've been is paled compared to where you're at now, and where you're at now is going to pale to where you're going to be probably the first quarter of 2020. So please tell me you'll come back for an encore.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thanks again. We're going to give it up for you one more time, and then I'm going to let you kind of get on with your life, and I'll talk to you in a bit.
Thank
Give
you.
it up again! Awesome job. You blew it up, Julie. You blew it up. All right. Give it up for her one more time, you guys, because she really did, step up. I want to make sure that you really have the opportunity to explore what she's doing on her page. Like I said, I've got it in my mobile. It's Julie_salon. I want you to study her grids, because she'll do a video recording. She'll upload it on her grids, and then it'll go to her TikTok page or her IGTV page. So she's using Instagram TV, IGTV. She's using Instagram grids. She's using Instagram highlights. She's using TikTok, and her TikTok link is really right on her page. So when you just touch that link, it'll take you to TikTok so that you can see the work. And she's on the front end, as we all are. It's a brand new platform, so she's got a handful of followers, and she's got it looks like she's probably got about 15, 18 videos. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think TikTok is the next thing for us, especially because it really is conducive to video. So it's going to take us from being, what we used to be, hairdressers or SDs or massage therapists. Then we were photographers and now it's photographers plus videographers. So it's coming at us way, way fast. So give it up for her one more time, if you would, please. And if you're new to us, we want you to kind of follow what we're doing on our page, because we're doing some fabulous things. It's a big time. Tonight you're watching Michael Cole Summit on Facebook. That's become our social media learning channel for people in the salon and the spa in the Summit community, of course. And I also really want to invite you to check out not only the Facebook, the Instagram page, which is again the same handle, Michael Cole Summit, but now on our Instagram icon, we are taking all of our interviews and brewing them down into 2-3 minute micro learnings. So you can go to that and experience them as either a webcast or a podcast. So take us up, and that's all free. And then I'm blogging on that page daily with inspiration and as well as on our highlights as well. Hang out on summitsalon.com. Our two new pieces of collateral that is rooted on social media work is the Social Digital Script Guide and the Social Digital Planner. Knowing what I know, I would go to those pages, watch the tutorials on those pages, and then order them, because these are really the workbooks, if you will, that help you to take action on social to make a difference. We have a brand new platform called SummitSalon365.com, really, which is kind of our Netflix of Summit. So we have just a library of videos that can be streamed, and for a nominal annual fee, you can watch it over and over again. They're more courses than they are, a simple watch. So especially if you're a salon owner, it's just a wonderful thing to have for salon meetings. We're doing more and more consulting and coaching and mentoring online. So you'll see things like social media intensive. We have one coming up here in a week or so with Emily is really our spa specialist. And she and her partner are going to be doing a social media intensive on that, Sunny and Emily. And so if you're in the spa, you're going to want to sign up for that. If you called our 800 number, you could actually schedule a free digital consultation so that we could kind of show you all the various things that are available to you. Now, in addition to that, you can get on our .com and use our mobile calculators, which basically take your income annually, the income you want, and breaks it down what you do behind the chair daily for your day averages. And then again, we show you what you can do on social media to make those averages. So it's phenomenal. As well as we've got a digital tracker that'll help you as well. So, and then of course, all of my stuff these days. Rob Goblin has been gracious enough to make T-shirts. I'm a boomer, so I don't, I love tattoos, but I wear tattees because I want to be changing them up all the time. So this has kind of become my new wardrobe, and he's gracious enough to do that for me. So if you're interested in something like that, his .com is robgoblin.com/MC tattoos, and you'll see some really cool stuff there. And then he's got his own brand there as well. So thanks again, Rob. Now, we always like to end with gratitude. Our business partner is our salon business partner is L'Oreal Professional. These are their brands. Use their brands, because when you use their brands, their support, their financial sponsorship allows us to bring programming like this to you. So, whether we're talking about Redken, our newest Pulp, Riot, Matrix, Baxter, Balayage, I love them all, Mazzani, SE, Kerastase, L'Oreal Professional, Shoe. You see more and more of salons in the Summit Salon community supporting those brands. So it's a beautiful thing. And of course, thanking Summit Salon Business Center for it's become a university online, if you will, as well as Salon Centric and State Beauty and RDA ProMart. So great show tonight. Look forward to seeing you next week. And with that, I bid you farewell.